Have you ever wondered why some mornings you wake up just, absolutely ready to conquer the world? And other days you're basically dragging your feet through mud? Well, let's dive into this explainer of a fantastic piece of source material called the food that powers your brain. Now, the framing here is a little playful, for sure, but we're going to look at the very real, literal biological connection between what's on our plate and how well we can actually think, learn, and power through our day. To really get this concept across, our source introduces us to a super relatable kid named Leo. So Leo wakes up one bright morning and asks a question I think we've literally all asked ourselves at some point. Why do I feel so sleepy and slow today? It's the perfect hook, right? That morning energy slump is something we all deal with. A lot of times we blame a lumpy mattress or staying up too late, but actually, the real answer usually starts right inside our heads. Enter Brainy, which is basically Leo's own mind personified. And the core insight Brainy hits him with is that your brain is working every single second of the day. Seriously, it never turns off. Even when you're just laying there totally at rest, it's burning through roughly 20% of your body's entire energy supply. Because it's this constant 24/7 engine, it absolutely desperately needs the right kind of fuel so we can think, learn, and play. The stuff we eat literally dictates how our brain feels and operates, moment to moment. Now, what's really interesting about this next part is how the source illustrates this concept using a grain food garden. Because look, fueling up isn't just about throwing whatever into your stomach to stop it from grumbling. It's about getting those really specific, nutrient-dense items in there. We're talking essential vitamins and healthy fats. These are the crucial things that give your brain that sustained long-term power and energy to keep functioning every single second. Let's look at exactly what foods actually act as this premium grade fuel. All right, so meet Coach Carrot. This is our guide to the brain food garden, and his advice is super specific. He tells us that apples bring those essential vitamins for your cellular health. Nuts? They bring in the healthy fats, which actually help form the physical structure of your brain cells. Fish directly supports overall brain health and cognitive function, while eggs give you those dense proteins you need for sustained energy. It's like a giant puzzle, and every single food item here delivers a targeted piece to keep your mind sharp and your body moving. The source really drives this home with this great, catchy little mantra. Healthy food, healthy mind, power and energy you will find. Yeah, it's a playful rhyme, but the actual takeaway here is huge. It's all about consistency. Eating smart every single day is how you build up that reliable reservoir of cognitive power. But, as we all know, there's always going to be something trying to derail a good, healthy routine. And right on cue, enter the inevitable villain of our daily diets, the sugar monster. This guy represents that incredibly real temptation we all face, right? You hit that 2 o'clock afternoon slump, and suddenly a highly processed candy bar sounds way better than reaching for that sustained energy from the brain food garden. So here is our core conflict. On one side, we have those nutrient-dense foods giving us that smooth, steady, reliable focus. And on the other, we have the sugar monster treats. Now, don't get me wrong, a little treat now and then is totally fine. But relying on sugar, that puts your brain on a complete glycemic roller coaster. You get this massive, sudden spike, and then, boom, a hard crash that leaves you feeling way more exhausted than you were before. Leaning on the sugar monster just makes it practically impossible to stay focused and actually feel your best. Okay, so how do we actually get off that roller coaster for good? Well, let's move along and see how this builds, because the source gives us what we can call the daily fuel formula. These are the practical everyday habits we need to adopt to basically ditch those sugar crashes permanently and lock in that steady, focused energy. Coach Carrot comes back to lay out 4 super simple, actionable steps for us. Number 1, eat colorful fruits and vegetables. Number 2, and honestly, this one is absolutely critical, drink enough water. Dehydration completely wrecks your focus. Number 3 is all about choosing healthy, balanced meals throughout your day so that your energy stays totally level. And finally, number 4, sleep well and move your body. By really zoning in on making balanced meal choices and staying strictly hydrated, Leo starts giving his brain the absolute premium fuel it demands. To really cement this new routine, our explainer uses another memorable quote. Water, veggies, fruits so bright, healthy choices feel just right. Notice how hydration is right there, front and center. I mean, consistently drinking water and making those smart, balanced meal choices literally forms the absolute foundation for making your body and your mind feel, well, just right. It's just a really fun, accessible way to remember the core pillars of your daily routine. And the results of actually applying this formula? It's kind of a game changer.
Leo is suddenly able to study, play, and just navigate his whole day with this amazing, sustained focus. The big reminder for us here is that your brain is a high performance machine. If you give it premium fuel, it allows you to learn, create, and just operate at your absolute full potential without burning out halfway through the afternoon.
Which brings us to a final, really provocative question for you to think about. Your brain is a powerful machine, so what fuel are you going to give it today? Are you going to ride the Sugar Monster's wild roller coaster, or are you going to choose the steady, reliable power of the Brain Food Garden? Think about your own habits today. Go grab a tall glass of water right now, plan out a balanced meal, and take charge of your energy. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you next time.